When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Football game days are fun for the whole family, but not every child is ready for 4 quarters in the stadium. That's why the Lincoln Children's Museum offers game day play dates for kids ages 5 to 12. While you enjoy the game, your kids enjoy their own adventure at the museum, conveniently located just steps from the stadium. Registration required. And the fun isn't just on game days. The museum is open 6 days a week with 3 floors of hands-on play and activities. Out-of-town families, make the most of your weekend in Lincoln. Visit lincolnchildrensmuseum.org.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Hi, Sean Callahan here, and I've got some great news for you. Copple Chevrolet GMC is proud to be the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln metros. Copple is also celebrating its 50th anniversary. We want to say thank you to all of our customers that have helped us reach these milestones. So come see why so many customers, including myself, are choosing Copple Chevrolet GMC for their automotive needs. Please check us out at copplecars.com.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes. Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Bonsall Pool and Spa's annual Spooktacular sale is here. Now through November 1st, get an extra $1,000 off hot tubs at an already low sale price and get $500 off the already low sale prices on infrared and traditional saunas. All hot tub water care products and accessories are also for sale for the Spooktacular sale, now through November 1st at Bonsall Pool and Spa at 33rd and Highway 2. Call for more info at 402-488-0148 or visit bonsallpool.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley.
Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. Today is October the 24th, 2025, and it is Tuesday. And you know what Tuesday is? Kenny Wilhite Tuesday here at The Ticket. We got our guest analyst, guest coach, guest player, guest of everything. Jack of all trades.
Appreciate you, brother. Glad to be here.
All right, Kenny. First of all, I would like to apologize to the fans of Nebraska football team and for listening to national media, not local media, but national media. The guy searches what's his name? Urban Meyer. All the guys on Fox, all the guys Joe Clack, especially Joe Clack.
McAfee.
Pat McAfee. Just for putting us in a situation where Nebraska football is back. Nebraska football is taking baby steps to get back. Not necessarily the right steps we wanted to see. I think teams are really concentrating on figuring us out, especially the offensive side of us, where Minnesota gave teams that the next 5 teams we played, they gave them a blueprint of how to shut down Nebraska's offense. I don't know if there's any kind of way that Dana Holgerson can try to fix this on the run. I know he can, but, it starts with your players. It starts with the offensive line. It starts with the quarterback. It starts with the receivers getting open and trying to make passes, make plays. You have a guy, and Emmett Johnson, who leads the Big Ten in rushing by default. Justice Hayes been out the last 2 games, but that's the way it goes in football. If you miss, you lose out on stuff and such. But now, let's get to the point of we play a Northwestern team that I watched Saturday for a little bit because I thought I was watching one of the worst teams I thought was in the Big Ten because of the way the field they played on. It looked like a JV game. It looked like a
soccer field.
Yeah, and it makes no difference because Purdue didn't look any better.
No.
Now, my take is this, that, I'm still upset at the fans for dragging my name. Not dragging it. They didn't really drag it. But for me going against Nebraska on a pick day. May the best team win. That's what I say when I pick my teams. And I would never, ever listen to the fans or the text line again. Y'all cost me a game. Even heard the whale up there in Omaha. Terrell went against Nebraska. Okay, so this week I go with Nebraska. And guess what? I took an L.
Well, you said every time you bet against them, they win.
Yeah.
So now you bet with them.
But just listening to people.
Stop listening to the haters, man. And to go back to your first statement, you said you're apologizing to Husker Nation for the people outside of Nebraska
who made us drink the Kool-Aid.
Well, you don't drink everything that somebody puts in front of you. If
you're thirsty, you are.
You can go get your own drink.
You can.
No, you can go get your own drink. So back to your point that you were trying to make. In their eyes, they thought that we were a better team than what we showed last Saturday.
I still think we're a better team than what we are.
Of course we are, but you can't apologize to the fans for that because I think, one, Nebraska earned it with their play the week before. So that's why they cracked the top 25 and then went out against last weekend and just basically laid in there against Minnesota. So you can't apologize for that. That's not your fault. You drank that drink too they put in front of you.
Yeah.
So you ain't got to drink that drink.
I had it. I picked Minnesota.
You picked Minnesota, then you changed it. You gave us that Lee Corso moment. Not so fast.
I also picked Ole Miss.
Me too.
But then I went back and I said, I'm a dog for life.
Yeah. That was a great game, by the way.
And that's not just when I say a dog for life, that means on the football field also.
Yeah.
So, that was a great game.
That was a great game. I think Georgia.
I think Gunnar Stockton is better than what we think.
He is, but I think Georgia up front wise controlled the line of scrimmage, and that's why they were able to take over that game in the fourth quarter. I don't think Ole Miss had an answer for Georgia's run game, so that opened up the passing game also. But Georgia just opposed their will on them late in that game, leaned on them, and then they bent, but they didn't break on defense. So yeah, that's why Georgia was able to pull that out. But yeah, the Dogs got it done.
Yeah. So, and we have Northwestern this week. I haven't did my homework on Northwestern. I will, but as I know, they're a running team, good defense. 2 years ago, they was better than what we thought they were. I think they was didn't they coach win Big Ten Coach of the Year?
Yeah, he did 2 years ago.
2 years ago, I'm correct. They had a great season following the fallout with Pat Fitzgerald.
Yep.
So, this is a team that's probably on the right now. Big Ten rankings.
Before you, let's go back to Minnesota real quick.
Yeah,
I want to move on past that. After Minnesota has an identity. They have an identity. It starts with the head coach. He knows what they can and can't do. He doesn't allow his assistants to do anything other than what they can and can't do for the kids that they have on their roster. I heard people say earlier on the show, a couple of shows earlier on 93 The Ticket, if you know what you have on your roster and you get good at what you have on your roster with what you have, and you have an identity, you're going to be successful. Our roster makeup on paper is better than Minnesota's roster makeup on paper. I just think Minnesota wanted it more. They punched us in the mouth. Did we punch back at times? Yes, but most of the time we didn't punch back. But they did what they had. They did with what they had, the best that they could do. They executed. They didn't make mistakes. And I was telling people early on in that week, and I told you guys this before we came on, if I would have known that running back was going to play, I probably would have went with Minnesota, because I think Minnesota's game plan going into Nebraska is to keep it close throughout the game. In the fourth quarter, they can wear us down with their run game. And that's what they did. But they started it from the start.
Well, here's the thing. What happened? He was listed as out for the game. So I guess once the game was about to start, he felt like he could play. And it has to be a mutual agreement on both sides that they can let him play. And Nebraska said yes. So he was able to play. If I knew he was going to do that much damage, I would have said no.
you really don't know how much damage someone's going to do, before the game. You don't know during the game. It's just, it's about execution. I think they executed their game plan better than we tried to execute ours in all three phases. So that's why they were able to do what they did. Now moving on to Northwestern. I watched Northwestern, and like you said, watching that game against Purdue, it was like, okay.
Watching Garden City versus somebody else.
Yeah, but again, Northwestern is a team that I think have an identity. They know what they can and can't. So what they do is what they can do. They try to do it to perfection. That's what execution. Don't bite themselves and kick themselves in the butt by making mistakes. Don't get behind the sticks on offense. Create turnovers on defense, bend but don't break defense. And I think they have a style of football that we've seen with Minnesota and Michigan that Nebraska is going to have to step up this weekend, accept the challenge, and fight back. So, again, Northwestern is not going to be an easy win. I said that early on this year that, you haven't consistently beat them, so why do you think you can beat them? Until you can beat a team consistently, then you can say, yeah, the Northwestern is an easy win. But just watching them last weekend, this is going to be enough tough task for Nebraska, and then we got a lot of things we have to correct before Saturday.
Yeah, I'm not gonna dwell on it. And Bock, I'm gonna let you finish this off because I would not talk about the Minnesota game anymore. I will put this to rest.
Yep.
I will move on to Northwestern. If anyone likes to talk about it, you can go back and watch it on Big Ten Network, and maybe you can break it down yourself. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm putting it to rest. I'm pretty sure the players have put it to rest. I think Matt Rule needs to just put it to rest also, and let's concentrate more on trying to beat a 5-2 Northwestern team who has the same record as you. So never underestimate your opponent, because I think that's what we did against Minnesota, and we got punched in the mouth for it. So, Bob, I'm going to let you have it, and I'm done with that whole Minnesota situation.
Well, there's still, I did want to get a little bit more of your thoughts, Kenny, because obviously we do bring you in here. We like to get your insight on kind of what happened in that game. Of course, this week, it's the question that goes around every week. 9 sacks. How much of that is on the offensive line in your mind this past weekend?
I think there's blame across the board. Offensive line, quarterback, receivers, play calling. Because, again, the week before, I don't think they had 1 sack, did they? Minnesota?
I don't think they did.
The last two games. Yeah, they didn't have 1 sack. So, but again, like Farley said earlier, teams have film. They know where your weaknesses are on offense, meaning they know where Nebraska's weaknesses are on offense. So what they're going to do is continue to go at our weaknesses, whether it be the O-line, whether it be covering up the receivers, whether it be knowing what we're going to do, knowing what Dylan's going to do, and execute their game plan towards that. But again, there's fault across the board. O-line, running back, Emmett picking up a blitzer and he got basically thrown out the bar.
Yeah.
And
no, he got more than thrown out the bar.
Yeah, he did. He got Debo. Yeah. He got Debo. So again, but quick pass game, get the ball out your hand quick. 3-step drop, 3-step routes, 5-step routes, hitches, quick outs. Just get the ball out of your hand to get into a rhythm early on to keep them on their heels. But if you let them pin their ears back and they can get to the quarterback with 2 guys, then we're in trouble.
Now, I asked this question earlier when I was on with Nick. Is it better for us on 3rd down or even passing downs to hit the shotgun? Because basically we're struggling up front, and sometimes it's not even the offensive line fault. It's Dylan taking too long. It's that 5-2, 4-5 range that once you see that your 1, 2, 3 doesn't have it, turn to the side, dump off. That's 3 seconds worth of work, Bock. And we're not able to do that because I think he's positioning his body the wrong way in that crowd of people. Then he has to turn backwards, and then he has to. He's not throwing with his. What is he? Right-handed.
He's right-handed.
So he turns to the left, and knowing that most of the traffic is to the left, and you have to throw his arm motion, and he's already turned backwards. Like he's not saying he's running for his life, but he's turning the wrong way. What difference does Glenn Thomas have to help him on? Like, because we have an offensive coordinator, a running back coach, a quarterback coach, a tight end coach, and a receiver coach. I'm not seeing any progress. I think now I'm not saying it's his fault, but we're facing the same dilemma as we did in this stretch last year when we was trending downwards. And I think we need to fix whatever we can fix before we start trending more, because as you know, last year we started off 5-2, 5-1. We don't need to repeat history, Bock. We need to change the course of it. So that's my take on that part.
But we've been talking about this for 2 years, as far as Dylan running for his life and O-line play. And we're not the guys that's down there practicing, watching film and evaluating. But at some point you got to figure out, what we can and can't do. Even if you have to dumb it down or shrink your call sheet. But at some point you have to have something you can hang your hat on in crunch time. If you don't, and you're just grab bagging and pulling a rabbit out of your hat, play calling, you're not going to have any success. So again, it's across the board. And some of his quarterback holding the ball too long, he could step up in the pocket instead of trying to work outside where the rush is coming. Guys just letting guys run in free at him. But I mean, there's blame across the board. But can they fix it within 1 week? I don't know. We've been talking about it for.
When a head coach speaks on entitlement,
been saying that for a long time.
Is this the cause and effect of the head coach? It trickles down from the head coach.
Yeah.
So when you start saying that, maybe you should look yourself in the face before you say it out loud, especially to a group of men who you gave the entitlement to. Now, I think when you say that, some players are going to take it the wrong way.
Oh, yeah.
Some coaches are going to take it the wrong way because you also took a shot at your offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. I think the only coordinator probably is going to be safe is Mike Eckler, the special teams coordinator. But when you talk about the entitlement part, I think that shouldn't have been let out the bag like that, because I always felt like certain players on this team don't get the same treatment as the other players on this team.
Yeah, some things are better off left unsaid,
unspoken.
Yeah, so
you broke one of the 7 sins of football. I'm serious.
You being real, and again, I'm not going to speak for him. I'm not going to speak for anybody else down there, but I know some things are better off unsaid. Sometimes your emotions get the best of you, and you say things in the moment. So hopefully he didn't offend anybody when he said that. And I think if you're a competitor, I would use that as a challenge to want to get better and make sure that what we've done in the past won't continue to happen.
A lot of people said Tommy was entitled, but I can tell you this: Tommy was entitled on Wednesday, because you know why? Tommy was free game on Wednesday. And you know what I'm talking about? Free game, Bock. When we go one-on-ones, Tommy didn't get no yellow jersey. Tommy had to wear a red jersey, because you know why? He took hits in the game, and he had to take hits in practice to be able to sustain what he was going to get on Saturday.
Hey, again, some things are better off left unsaid. So,
yeah, it is interesting. Obviously, Coach Rule doesn't follow that sort of thought process too much here, as he was pretty open in his press conference. They did go a little bit through the other press conferences here today. We'll try to get that audio to you as quick as we can, but I appreciate some of the text from the media going out right now. So I want to get your kind of thoughts on this, your guys' thoughts on this. Sammy Kewen tweeting out, Dana Holgerson says the first drive at Minnesota, the first 2 plays were run plays where RPOs attached. Dylan Raiola has the option to throw there. On the second of those, he got sacked because no one was running a route. Holgerson says Isaiah Hunter missed a signal and didn't know when he was to run a route. He blocked instead. Holgerson said that could have been a 70-yard touchdown. So a lot of kind of complaints this week about the play calling. Obviously, you get to 6 points, but specifically Nebraska. I mean, the one thing that was working was Emmett Johnson, and people felt like he didn't get the ball enough. How much of this offense, or do you see it as, RPOs, where it is up to Dylan Raiola to make that decision? When we sit back and critique, okay, they only called 16 runs, but some of those RPOs are kind of left up to what the defense is giving you, right?
Yeah.
You running an RPO with a throwing quarterback. Oh, okay.
There's no threat of the run. No offense to Dylan, but if I'm a defensive coordinator, I want him to run the ball. I'm not going to worry about an RPO with Dylan keeping it and running the football. I'm just going to play coverage. If he beats you with his legs, no offense to my guy Dylan, but if you lose the game with him beating you with his legs, then you deserve to lose that game. So have we done RPO in the past? I mean, not much. So to go in this game, think you're going to do more RPO in this game than you've done in previous weeks, it's tough to believe. But again, if he said they were RPOs and we decided to throw them on those, again, in order to oppose your will on the team, I'm not going to line up and run no RPOs, first down, second down, third down in the first series of a game. I'm going to try to oppose my will on the team by running right at them, see if they can stop us, see mono, and who has the better. I told you up front wise, this game's going to be won in the trenches. Their trenches was better than ours, so I'm not going to go in a game with I know no doggone well I'm not going to go in a game and try to oppose my will on the team that I know who likes to bleed the clock, that your possessions may be, you may have 6 possessions in the first half, if not less than that, because they're going to try to run the clock down with their run game, establish a run game. I'm going to meet them. I'm going to meet force with force. So I'm not going to try to play, I call it cute football, and and think later on in the game we can try to oppose our will on the team when you're behind. So again, he's the offensive coordinator. He has the call sheet. It's his offense. So we'll see what he does this week.
Not the fun and gun air raid. It's more like a hot air balloon coming down. I'm just saying.
It's Halloween. Yeah.
You
see the movie It?
Yeah. I got some masks I'm going to start wearing in here. I started to wear one Monday, but I'll just wait till next week to see how it feels after this Saturday. 93.7 The Ticket. Bock in the black shirt. Kenny Wilhite Tuesday here at The Ticket.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
Load up on meat and more this spring at The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese, with great selections of T-bones, tomahawks, ribeyes, filet mignon, brisket, sirloin, and so much more. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, where you can have $2 draft beer every Thursday night from 4 to 8 p.m. and half-price espresso drinks on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get to The Mercado today for the best meat in town. Salt Mine City is your go-to brewery in the Haymarket for craft beers and great food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their Big Fatty 7-ounce hamburger or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. And don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday at 8th and R.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more. Have you been looking for home technology upgrades but don't know where to turn? Online information can be contradicting and confusing. Lincoln's own experts at Diode Technologies can turn your living room into the place to watch your favorite sports. Whatever your vision is, Diode Tech is ready to make it a reality. From home theaters to outdoor entertainment spaces, they bring you along through the entire process to make sure you get exactly what you want. If you're ready to upgrade your entertainment space, visit Diode Tech online at diodetech.net or give them a call at 402-793-5124.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years. And I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Tune in to Outside the Box from 4 to 5 p.m. for everything you need to know about the Lincoln Stars. Join head coach Rocky Russo and play-by-play voice Alex Verne as they sit down with special player guests to tell the story of the Lincoln Stars and give you all the news and notes you need from around the USHL. That's Outside the Box with the Lincoln Stars on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
Are you looking to upgrade your equipment and keep cash in your pocket? Through October at Landmark Implement, get up to a 24-month waiver on select John Deere tractors and combines, or lock in a 2.9% fixed rate for 36 months, followed by a qualified standard rate for another 36 months. Whether you're thinking of this year's harvest or planning ahead, we've got a solution that works for your bottom line. Visit your local Landmark Implement for more details or check us out at landmarkimp.com and experience the Landmark difference.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket. Bock and the Blackshirt here with special guest Kitty Wilhite on Kitty Wilhite Tuesday. Bock, turn me up a little bit. All righty.
We do have a call.
Yeah. We got, who's that on the line?
Riley's on the line.
Riley, what's up, my man?
Hey, good. How are you guys doing?
How you doing?
Good. I'm doing good. I was listening to your guys' discussion about RPOs and whatnot, and just wanted to see if I could weigh in a little bit on that.
Go ahead, my friend.
Yeah. Well, like I said, thanks for taking my call. I think when discussing and having a conversation around RPOs, I think it's important to kind of have an understanding of how RPOs have continued to evolve. And RPOs, obviously all of us know run pass option, right?
Yep.
What I haven't noticed with run pass options that RPOs that have been called is necessarily many options where Dylan can pull it and run. What I've noticed is, hey, we've got a run play call where we have C-gap to C-gap protected, and we can rip it out to a screen or we can rip it out to a glance or something like that. And so I think what I've seen is them using an opportunity to protect their run game, forcing defenders to defend the entire field, and B, give the opportunity for one of your best football players and decision makers to distribute the football accordingly, of where we can take space from the defense. Now, again, I didn't watch the Minnesota game. I was actually coaching football myself, but I just think the RPO discussion is an interesting one, so I wanted to weigh in.
Right. Riley, not to cut you off. Riley, I was telling Bock that off air. When you say RPO, there's run pass option, but you looking at numbers, what the defense is giving you. If you call a run play and it's not there. Now the quarterback has the option to pull it and look for something quick, like a screen or a quick slant or something like that off a play fake with the running back. So looking back at the Minnesota game, if there was RPOs called, if there's numbers where you wanted to run the ball, they have more numbers on defense than you have blockers. Yeah, of course you want to pull it, but if there's no pass option, or if the receiver's not running a route or thinking it's just going to be a run, the miscommunication, now there's no pass option. So now Dillon has to pull it and try to run it, which we haven't seen him do well this year.
A great RPO team is one I watched this weekend. Georgia Tech quarterback.
Haynes King.
Perfect example. Late in the game against Duke, he gives a good fake. He goes, he takes it to the house. He looks back at his coach and said, do I fall down or I keep running? Because guess what, Kenny? The game was out of reach. He didn't want to score on him. But Georgia Tech's a good RPO team if you watch it.
Yeah.
If I was Dillon, you got to give the ball to Emmett one of the two times. I would probably try to give it to him both times. Don't let him make decisions on his own, because he has the option to audible out of anything already.
Riley, you there?
He's gone now.
Oh, he's gone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, Riley, first and foremost, I want to thank you for calling in. That was a good question you had, and good observation. But again, Bock and I were talking about it off air. It's just a numbers game, and I think with that being said, I still want to line up and just run the football, and then that'll open up your pass.
Yeah, it's interesting too. If you guys kind of look at what the offense is, or you try to explain it to somebody that hasn't watched Nebraska football, I think you would say that there's a lot of drop back passing there. Yet you do have the leading rusher in the Big Ten, and I know there's only so many carries that maybe you want to give him per game. So maybe you have a number there. But if we look at like moving forward with Nebraska, we've already simplified the playbook, right? That's what Dana Holgorsen attempted to kind of come in here and do. But it sounds like, at least with the confusion at the beginning of the game there with the series, maybe that wouldn't be the worst idea moving forward. But at this point in the season, whether it's the offensive line, running backs, quarterback, Dillon Riley, receivers not getting over, whatever, pass protection being such a struggle, do you think moving toward more of a run-based offense might be the best move for Nebraska, or do you think they should stick with what they feel is what they've built on? Obviously, they built their offense toward this all season.
Well, you can't run a RPO with a guy like Dillon, who got probably 2 center blocks on his foot. You can't. I mean, he's not that fluent of a runner. I mean, he's not. He has his balance is kind of orthodox when he runs. He falls a lot. It's more like just drop back and pass the ball.
I think more misdirection stuff, bootlegs, stuff like that will help them out. That way you can get the tight ends out on routes and, seal block, and then get him out on the edge, get a route combination with that. That'll help them out a little bit, slow the pass rush down. Work on some more screens, more draws, slow the rush down. But again, you have to have an identity. You can't just line up and pull plays out of your hat thinking it's gonna work. Especially you don't have enough reps at that play. So find something that you can hang your hat on, that you can win when you need to win on a play, and go with that.
Yeah, because I think we have too much talent to run, not to just run it straight up for Emmett. Because I think Emmett is the game plan from now on out. I think you use more of Emmett until you feel like he's tired, and then you go to the passer. I think you should give Emmett 25 to 30 carries a game from here on out. We got a phone call.
Yeah, it's Alex this time.
All right, Alex, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
All righty, go ahead.
I'm out here on my lawnmower.
Oh, love it.
Doing work. So,
Alex, where you at?
I'm just at work right now.
Oh, okay.
No, I was trying to chime in on this RPO stuff. Like, if we're doing RPO stuff, like, why wouldn't we try out TJ Lateef? I was really questioning why we wouldn't give him an option. Are we trying to hide him? Are we trying to save him for a redshirt year, even if it's not worth that? But it seemed like Dylan was trying to run for his life the whole time when a guy like TJ Lateef might be better in that situation. So I just wanted to hear your opinions on that.
Yeah, thanks for the call, Alex.
Well, I think the plan is for TJ Lateef to stay more redshirted than anything. I mean, he hasn't played since I think he only played 2 games. But I think the plan is to redshirt him, and that has to be a question you have to ask him. Do he want to burn it? That's probably where I see it. I don't think the young man should burn his red shirt. I think and if he does, he'll get it back. It's the 5-5 is going to go.
It might be, yeah.
So it's really not up to him right now. But I know in the next couple of months when this ruling comes out that 5-5 will be affected by the end of the season.
Yeah. I think Lateef will be better suited for that style of offense, of course, because he can run it. His style is that RPO style, where if he gets out on the edge with the run pass option, he can make some people miss, and then he can also flick it out there to a receiver that's standing out there. It's just an extension of option football because sometimes you may have the bubble screen off of that, and that's just the pitch man that's already out there. He's not coming from the backfield. So he'd probably be better suited for that. But again, I would just like to see us line up from start of the game, establish dominance on both sides of the football up front. Don't try to play cute football. Don't try to do things we haven't practiced that well or do things we haven't worked on as much, got enough reps on, and think it's gonna work in a game. Because like last weekend, there's miscommunication, there's missed assignments, there's all kind of things that can happen. So have an identity with me. Start from first whistle. We're running the ball right here. Can you stop us? Because that's what Minnesota does. That's what Iowa does. And that's what Michigan does. We're running it right here. Can you stop us? This is the formation we're going to give you. This is where we're going with the football. Can you stop us? Do you have enough guys that can beat us one-on-one? So that's what I like. That's what I would like to see. And but I'm not the head coach. I'm not the OC. I'm not the DC. But going forward, we have to have an identity on both sides of the ball. We're going to keep having these same conversations.
Yeah, and I mean, I think too with the TJ Lateef thing. I mean, we don't you don't have to put blinders on to see the whole situation, how it's playing out, right? I mean, Dylan Raiola is paid pretty handsomely to be here. Nebraska's 5-2, and so you kind of run through your mind because I thought the same thing of when they're down 24-6, there's 5 minutes left, Dylan's getting beat up. Maybe at that time you put him in, but then you question even if it's better for the game situation. Let's say he goes down there and scores, but you're still out of the game. Well, then what are you doing with the team in general coming back the next week? Well, TJ Lateef went out. Now you maybe have some division there in the locker room, or at least the very least the fan base are thinking that Lateef should get more of an opportunity.
No, because again, if you look at it, it's 24-6. What is it? 5 minutes ago in the game?
5 minutes, yeah.
What happened on that next play? You drop back the pass and Dylan got sacked.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now you run the risk of him getting hurt. Do you think you can win the game in 5 minutes, down 24-6, and drop back the pass with Dylan? No. The odds of you coming back to win that game is slim and none. So yes, I would have put Lateef in, and if we went down and scored, we went down and scored. Do I think Minnesota would have had their number one defense in at that time? Probably not. They would have had their second unit in. And if we go down and score, we go down and score. There's no quarterback controversy if we go down and score with Lateef in there. If we kick an onside kick and recover, then go down and score, there's still no quarterback controversy. I just think, and it's 24-6 with 5 minutes to go in the game, and the first thing you do is you drop back with him and he gets sacked, you run the risk of that kid getting injured. So again, that should have been a good time to put Lateef in and see what they did.
Yeah, I don't completely. I mean, I was kind of thinking the same thing, but then got trying to think of different scenarios to look through it. That was one time where it's like, this offense isn't working. That's what Lateef could provide you. You just need to be You need to be firm in where you are, I guess, as a team and in your quarterback situation, and being able to acknowledge if a team has your number as far as pressuring the quarterback, you have a different type of quarterback. I mean, it wouldn't be an awful idea. There's just, of course, some feelings and some money that might be going into that situation.
At some point, you can't. Sorry, at some point you can't be worried about feelings. You're trying to win a football game. If you're worried about hurting feelings, then you're in it for the wrong reason, and they're in it for the wrong reason, and that's selfish.
Yeah, it's always great to have two or something.
Yeah,
when I say that, because I was able to witness Nebraska in '94 go through the thing with Tommy and Brooke. Even though Tommy was hurt, Brooke was able to come in. Tommy messed up a little bit in the Miami game. Coach Osborne didn't hesitate to replace him with Brooke because he had so much faith in Brooke. Having two of quarterbacks is not a bad thing. I mean, sometimes you have to want to change the momentum of the game to a guy that's hot and who's not.
And I'm willing to bet you would have had Minnesota off balance because they didn't practice anything like, if you have quick speed option, you have anything with Latif running the football, they haven't had time to rep it. So you probably bust a play here and there with running the football with him, and then now they have to make adjustments.
And he'll throw it too. So
and he can throw it. That's what I'm saying.
He can do both.
Yeah,
so
he can do both.
You're not losing a step. You're helping your team. So selfishness on part of players shouldn't be allowed in college football. Not saying that we're selfish, but sometimes you got to switch out and get in a new direction to get this team rolling. 93.7 The Ticket, Bock and the Blackshirt on Kenny Wilhite Tuesday here at The Ticket.
Tune in to Outside the Box from 4 to 5 p.m. for everything you need to know about the Lincoln Stars. Join head coach Rocky Russo and play-by-play voice Alex Fern as they sit down with special player guests to tell the story of the Lincoln Stars and give you all the news and notes you need from around the USHL. That's Outside the Box with the Lincoln Stars on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Hi, Sean Callahan here, and I've got some great news for you. Copple Chevrolet GMC is proud to be the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln metros. Copple is also celebrating its 50th anniversary. We want to say thank you to all of our customers that have helped us reach these milestones. So come see why so many customers, including myself, are choosing Copple Chevrolet GMC for their automotive needs. Please check us out at copplecars.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Load up on meat and more this spring at The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese with great selections of T-bones, tomahawks, ribeyes, filet mignon, brisket, sirloin, and so much more. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, where you can have $2 draft beer every Thursday night from 4 to 8 p.m. and half-price espresso drinks on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
This is your year, where your team takes it all the way. Win way more than bragging rights at Warhorse Casino, where your love of the game could put $1 million in your pocket. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with prizes all season long. Weekly cash prizes up to $1,000 cash, season-long leaderboards, and a chance to win $1 million. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
Salt Mine City is your go-to brewery in the Haymarket for craft beers and great food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their Big Fatty 7-ounce hamburger or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. And don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday at 8th and R.
Time for a new heating and cooling system? Get the options, brand, and efficiency that best fits your family and your home. Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes! Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Well, nope. Welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket, Bock and the Blackshirt. Here we are, powered
by
Bauer,
Infrastructure,
Bauer,
Underground,
Barrett,
Excavating.
All righty, welcome back to Kid and Wilhite Tuesday here on The Ticket. Now, we were just having a discussion on the, when we talk about these 20 to 30, $40 million teams.
Rosters.
NIL. And we were saying how other teams, such as Georgia Tech, doesn't have $30 million rosters, and they're ranked all the way number 7.
Undefeated, yeah.
Number 7.
Undefeated.
Who else? Vanderbilt. They don't have a $30 million roster. 6-1. BYU doesn't have a $30 million roster. They're numbers
undefeated as well.
Undefeated as well. Virginia definitely doesn't have a $20 million roster, and they're sitting at 6-1, number 16. South Florida doesn't have a $30 million roster. Louisville doesn't have a $30 million roster. Arizona State, Illinois doesn't have a $30 million roster. So I don't think it's what the money part of what you're trying to say is how whoever you gives it to needs to perform at a level when we talk about this type of thing with roster management.
Yeah, again, I'm so tired of hearing about NIL and this and that and this and that. NIL ain't gonna win you no games because again, you can go out and spend money in the wrong way, and those players don't help you out. Now you're stuck with them. So again, I just think if you have an identity, you know what you want to be as a program, you go out, you execute it, everything will work itself out.
What would you say Nebraska's identity is right now?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know just listen to them in their press conferences. Just listening to them, I don't know if they have one.
Yeah.
If they have something they can hang their hat on, just I don't know, for a head coach to say, and then he says, I hope fans boo us and be careful what you wish for. You know what I mean? So
I think this whole team right now needs to, and the coaching staff needs to do some soul searching when you talk about what their identity is. At first, it was a strike goal. We was on all cylinders, and I think once we really jumped into Big Ten play, it really showed us what type of team we have. I mean, especially when you look at 25 sacks this season already so far, and on pace, what'd you say, about 50, 52, 53?
I did the math. So they have 25. They're on pace for 43 in a 12-game season, 46 if they go to a bowl game. If you take the Akron and Houston Christian game out, so if you do the math that way, they'd be giving up 5 sacks a game. So they would be on pace for about 50.
Jeez. Is that a record?
I don't know. I was looking back at through the years through Nebraska. So right now they have 25. I was using ESPN. They only went back to like 2005 or so. The highest amount of sacks that they've given up were actually on some decent teams. 2005, 38. Of course, that was with Zach Taylor, who was not very mobile. So there's that. A little bit more surprising, 2012, they gave up 35. That was Taylor Martinez, who is a little bit more mobile. But that was a successful team.
Taylor Martinez, most of that I'm willing to bet you was because that's RPO and option style football. So most of that was probably him getting, you know what I mean? So, yeah, but geez, Christ. Yeah. So,
yeah.
All right, guys, let's go to the Big Ten rankings this week. When we talk about the Big Ten power rankings, Ohio State, number 1.
Yep.
Indiana, 2. Oregon, 3. Illinois, 4. Michigan, 5. USC is 6. Iowa is 7. Minnesota is 8. UCLA is 9. Remember that they are 3-1 in the Big Ten. Northwestern is number 10. They are also 3-1 in the Big Ten. Washington is number 11. And coming in at 12 is your Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Where were we at last week?
8.
Last week, where were we at?
6.
Something like that. That was a big drop.
Yeah, that's a big drop. But again, from week to week, who you playing, and just, the teams left on our schedule, before last week, you'd be like, they had a really good chance of beating those teams. But UCLA, Northwestern, Penn State's probably, UCLA, Northwestern, and Iowa, and USC are going to be really tough teams.
Yeah.
When you look at Northwestern game coming up this week, to me, it seems like a trap game because you don't know.
There ain't no trap game.
To me, it's a trap
game. Why is it a trap game? So it would be a trap game. Who we play next?
USC.
That's the only reason why. If we won last week,
then I
would think it would be a trap game.
Yeah.
You coming off a loss to Minnesota, the way you lost to Minnesota, that's not a trap game. You better use this as a bounce back game, because then if you for some reason lose this one at home, you got USC coming here, and that's going to be even tougher because they got better athletes.
Yeah, I mean, you got to understand, Nebraska could lose the last 5 games if we don't watch what they do. Because if you look at this schedule, you have 5 games left. You have Northwestern, who beat Penn State, who beat Purdue. You have USC, who's Speedy Demons to me. You have a UCLA team who's on fire right now. I don't think their head coach is getting more pub than the offensive coordinator.
Interim head coach?
That's
right. It's the coordinator.
No.
Maybe Neuheisel.
No. It's the head coach.
I know. I
don't care what you say. Just because it's Rick Neuheisel's son.
No.
The head coach is always. Then you have an Iowa team, who's Iowa.
I was gonna say, going through your Big Ten rankings there. Again, there's like tiers, and we saw the movement Nebraska getting made, but I think Northwestern, USC, UCLA, and Iowa all ranked ahead of Nebraska for your final 5 games. Yeah,
but
they're
again,
all 3-1 in the Big Ten.
Before last week, you would think Nebraska would have a chance to beat all those teams going before last week.
Yeah,
until that was before last week.
Now, if you lose 5, if you lose these 5 straight,
you better not lose these 5 straight. That ain't, boy. Look. No, I ain't gonna. Nope, I ain't gonna make me think that.
Is it possible?
Yes, it's very possible.
Okay, then.
But it better not happen.
That puts you at what?
Oh Lord, 5 and 7. Right?
We'll have that discussion when we get there. I suppose. Hopefully, like you said, hopefully that doesn't happen.
Yes.
Take us out, Bob.
All right. This is Kenny Wilhite Tuesday. Thanks again for Kenny jumping in the studio. Got another hour with him. This is Bock and the Blackshirt. We'll be back here on 93.7 The Ticket after the break.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Imagine starting your day with a computer glitch that leaves you feeling stuck, frustrated, and unable to get your work done. You have 1,000,001 things to get done today, and waiting for the tech issue to solve itself isn't one of them. It's time to let Hamilton handle the tech so you don't have to. We help businesses across the state spend more time on what they do best and less time frustrated with office technology. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we're focused on providing custom solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Connect with us today at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see lots of sunshine and it will be breezy. The afternoon high around 62. Tonight, clear skies and the light winds, the low around 36. And tomorrow, areas of frost in the morning, otherwise plenty of sunshine with a light breeze. High near 66. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Time for a new heating and cooling system? Get the options, brand, and efficiency that best fits your family and your home. Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Load up on meat and more this spring at The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese, with great selections of T-bones, tomahawks, ribeyes, filet mignon, brisket, sirloin, and so much more. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, where you can have $2 draft beer every Thursday night from 4 to 8 p.m. and half-price espresso drinks on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Comfort food, but make it vegan. At Rutabagas, they're serving all your crave-worthy classics. Mac and cheese, loaded nachos, Philly cheesesteaks, all 100% plant-powered and 100% delicious. Catch them at their cozy spot at 70th and Vine, or find their food truck rolling through the streets of Lincoln. So whether you're vegan, veg-curious, or just hungry for comfort food with a twist, Rutabagas has a plate waiting for you. Find them on Instagram for their food truck location and specials. Rutabagas, where comfort meets compassion. Salt Mine City is your go-to brewery in the Haymarket for craft beers and great food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their Big Fatty 7-ounce hamburger or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. And don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday at 8th and R.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley.
Terrell Farley.
Terrell Farley. Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
All right. Welcome to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7. The Ticket. Kitty Wilhite Tuesday is in effect. We was talking about something, guys, that, people don't like to talk about. Reality. Now, reality is we can win all these games. 5 left. Reality is we can lose 5 games. And at this point right now, I don't know if faith is what we call it, or belief, but you still got to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
And when we look at these teams, like, this is not the schedule. This is not part of the things we expected to talk about this late in the season right here, Bob. We was expected to be in an 8-0 or 8-1 or 8-9-0 team at this point, but things don't go as planned sometimes. So when we look back in things, then we look at the rest of these games we got left. We got who we got this week?
Northwestern.
Yeah. Northwestern.
You forgot that.
I put this after watching Northwestern play. I would probably say Nebraska has a 60% chance to win that game.
Yeah, it's interesting. You look on the matchup predictor on ESPN, they have it at 75.1%.
Well, they probably
spread
had
right now at 7.5.
They had that also with Minnesota. So
right.
I don't believe ESPN. They're no better than me at talking about football or anything else.
So you ain't gonna drink that Kool-Aid no more, is what you said.
I never drunk the Kool-Aid.
You did last week. You said it.
That wasn't Kool-Aid. That was peer pressure.
You can't give in to peer pressure.
I know. It won't happen again.
Okay, good. Don't give in to peer pressure, bro. Please don't.
Will I pick Nebraska this week? I thought I probably would if the game was played today.
We're gonna say that to Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna save it to Friday, right?
We're gonna talk about that when we come back about your other stuff.
But of course, too, it is like, all this like hope of the bounce back. If Nebraska plays like they did against Minnesota, they're not going to win another game. So, I mean, the belief, you have to have the hope that they're going to make those adjustments. And Coach Holgerson did say today, he wants to work on getting Raiola, pocket presence and getting the ball out of his hands quicker, as, kind of quick passing plays. How would a defense kind of respond if they know and you hear that's the part of the game plan coming in? If I'm a Northwestern defensive coordinator and I hear that, what would be your response?
I'm playing man. I'm playing man, and make them beat us. Make him beat us with his feet.
Yeah,
man or matchup zone.
All right, now who's out the Northwestern?
USC.
That's the USC night game. Yep.
Trojan man.
Oh,
yeah. We know what you're picking in that one, just so you can sing the song.
I'm just saying, I'm a Trojan man.
Don't pick now. We ain't saying nothing about the picks right now.
Well,
so we're just going down through the schedule.
I think if I have to give USC a little, probably 60-40 on that one. So what about you?
They got the bye week, by the way, this week. They're not.
Ooh, they're gonna get healthy.
They're coming off a bye week.
Lemons is high. Their running back is a little banged up. So what's that running back name? He's been banged up. He hasn't played in 2 weeks. Haynes Jester hasn't played in 2 weeks. That was why Emmett was able to overtake those two guys right there when you talk about rushing, number one in the Big Ten.
Yeah, Waymon Jordan is the name. We'll see if he's healthy enough to go for Nebraska, the Nebraska game.
Yeah. All right. Who we have? After USC, UCLA.
Yep.
They're hot.
We'll see what they do the next 2 weeks.
They're hot. Yeah.
We'll see what they do the next 2 weeks.
Then we go to a struggling Penn State, whose talent-wise is probably better than us, but we'll have to play the game out to see.
Yep, and it's over there.
Then we end up in Iowa. Is the game in Iowa this year?
No, it'll be here.
It's here in Lincoln.
Oh, text line. I got something to tell you. It's a secret. Bock will be tending. What, Bock?
I'm going to the Florida Rosedale game this week.
The who?
The Florida Rosedale game. It is the trophy that Minnesota and Iowa play for. So I'm heading to Iowa City to watch the Minnesota-Iowa game. I will be on the way there having the Nebraska game on my television / radio.
Why are you going to that game?
No. Hold on.
Okay, my bad. My bad.
Now, Bock, when I ask you this question, I want the truth and nothing but the truth.
Okay.
What jersey will you have on?
I think I'm about wearing some Nebraska stuff. I don't have any Minnesota or Iowa gear.
What sideline are you sitting on, Bock?
I got to check that. I bought the tickets from Iowa's athletic department. I do feel a little bit bad about that because that means they've taken some of my money, but I wanted to see the game.
Why are you going?
I like to make it to a college football venue that I otherwise have not been to. I have driven by Iowa City. I went up and looked at the stadium, but I've not been to a game there. So I think the best known Nebraska football, the rivalries, the Big Ten, everything that goes on there. I think you want to get involved in it. When I did go to the Minnesota, I've been to the Minnesota game a couple years ago in Matt Rule's first game, and it was interesting because Minnesota obviously got that 13-10 win, but as we were walking out the stadium, like both fan bases started chanting "Beat Iowa," so it's kind of interesting. And the biggest reason is the Florida Rosedale Trophy. I hope to go touch it there. It's my favorite trophy in college football. Some people don't like trophy games, but it's a big bronze pig that they've played for years and years. And what's better than a big bronze pig statue?
He doesn't need a. Turn me up. Look, he doesn't need a jersey. He has the towel.
That's right. I do have a row the boat towel that I got from going to the Minnesota game.
You got a row the boat towel?
I do have a row the boat towel.
That boat was rowed this weekend.
It was. That's what I say. Like I love Nebraska football first and foremost. But I'm a college football fan more than anything.
I like that.
I've been to a UNLV. I went to the USC spring game. I went to Las Vegas and went to a UNLV game. I've been to a Kansas Duke game. Football.
What? Down in Lawrence?
Down in Lawrence.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I just like to make it to some college football games that I'm not necessarily represented in.
I love it, Bock.
Yeah.
All right. Old Dad 34 said Bock is a traitor. He cheers for Minnesota. I love this part of it. Thunder Knot Collins says Bock is pulling out the number 7 Iowa jersey. Everyone knows this. Eric says Bock is taking his row to boat towel.
I might have to do that, actually.
Byron the Hog Farmer says, Bock, you are odd. Not even a bye week in Nebraska home game. Billy Bennett says, bad news, Bock strikes again. I was waiting for that one, right?
I know it wouldn't be a popular game decision, but I'm excited for it.
All right, fellas, these are the Big Ten stats for Nebraska. I try to read them and rank them. They're ranked, so they'll be in rank with the Big Ten number. Starting at number 6, Dylan Rioli. He's number 6 for quarterbacks. 1768 yards, 1768 passing yards, 16 TDs, 5 interceptions, 25 sacks. Emmett Johnson, number 1, 713 yards, 7 TDs. Nazir Hunter is number 11 at receiving, 27 catches, 455 yards, 4 TDs. Javen Wright is number 11, 51 tackles, 3 straight weeks of double-digit tackles for Javen Wright, 6.5 tackles for loss, and 1 sack.
Nephew.
Yeah. All right, Bock, your favorite, you're going to this game this weekend. Our quarterback hasn't thrown a touchdown since 9-13.
But they're winning, right?
Yeah, in Big Ten play, he has 0 passing touchdowns and 7 rushing touchdowns.
7 rushing.
Good old Iowa football.
Good old Iowa football.
Bock, so you just gotta not say it.
I said good old Iowa football.
Deion Sanders held a scrimmage for bench players for them to get film for the transfer portal. Was that good or not?
You say bench players. I wouldn't say bench players.
For guys who not
guys
playing.
are not playing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say they're bench players because they're contributing to the team. They're just not playing. I think it's a good and a bad thing because you're basically saying that they won't be here next year. Now you have to try to replace them. So that tells you he's going to hit the portal again hard. So, but for the kids' sake, to let them have film so they can try to find another place to go play, it's good. I think it's a good idea. But I would have probably not announced it, just kept it in house, if you know what I mean.
Also, is it odd timing, kind of mid-season? Maybe we'd do that.
And that's another thing I was going to say. Probably odd timing because it's middle of the season. So
yeah,
you usually try to wait to the last 2 weeks to do something like that. I know we did that when I was down at Nebraska. So
now that's a heavy transfer portal program, right?
Yep.
You think that's so? When you have the players meetings afterwards, you can say, hey, we are going to move on off you, but here's the opportunities that we've set up for you. Because that's interesting. I didn't know that was a thing that you're saying that did happen at Nebraska too.
Yeah, we didn't say it was for them to go into the portal. We just had a scrimmage for guys that didn't play as much or guys that we knew was going to redshirt. And then some of them who chose to go in the portal or some of them that, were told to go in the portal, they had the film.
Yeah, that's so. I didn't know. Yeah, that's interesting.
All right, y'all. How many undefeated teams are left? Name them.
Oh, Lord. Ohio State.
Yep.
Vandy.
Yep. Who?
Vandy.
No.
Vandy. Oh, is Georgia Tech?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
There's no more left in the Big Ten.
BYU.
BYU.
Two more.
UNLV lost, so they're no
lost,
longer
yep.
there.
Mm-hmm. Two more. Put my paper up under my desk. Kitty's a watcher.
No. That's 6, right?
No, you're at
5?
1, 2, 3, 4. You have two more.
And there's 6 total.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There's 6, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't know. It's for you to answer.
Bruh, we said.
Oh, go ahead. You still got two more.
Dang. There's none in the ACC.
I thought I seen a 12th man.
Oh, my. Oh, A&M.
Oh,
A&M.
okay.
That's SEC.
Yeah. It's tough with these conference affiliations. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't even think of them when I thought SEC.
Yeah.
Bock, what was that game you said? The Holy game?
The Holy War, yeah.
Yeah. Who was
Yeah,
that?
BYU.
We already said BYU.
We said BYU.
You said BYU?
Yeah, we said.
Okay.
So who we missing?
That's it.
Ohio State, Indiana,
Yeah,
BYU.
you missing one.
Georgia Tech.
You missing one. You can give y'all an example. You want to play charades?
Yeah.
Y'all want to play charades?
Yeah.
All right, let me take my headphones off.
Okay.
And I'm going to do something for you.
All right.
All right, let's see what we got here.
All right.
Don't hurt yourself.
All right, now we're watching.
Army.
Oh, there he goes. Yep.
Army, right?
Not Army.
Navy.
Navy.
Oh, the midshipmen.
Midshipmen.
That would be a hard one. That's one. That's a little off the
Was
radar.
that a good impression?
That was
pretty good, yeah.
That was a good job.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm
Good
getting
job.
better.
You're getting better.
How many teams do we think finished the year undefeated of those?
I don't know. I was going to ask you that question next. Is there a chance that Ohio State goes 16-0?
Do they play Indiana?
They're probably in the Big Ten championship.
So
yeah,
that's going to knock off one.
Yeah.
I'd have to look at Navy, the remaining schedule.
I don't
for
think
Navy.
Texas A&M is not going to go undefeated.
Who going to beat them?
Georgia, Ole Miss, somebody can beat them. They're not that great.
Okay.
Georgia Tech can get beat by Miami. They can get beat by SMU, but
Georgia Tech still got Georgia on the schedule.
Oh yeah, see.
But as far as ACC games, just Syracuse at North Carolina State, at Boston College, and Pitt.
They should be favored in all those.
Yeah, they'll have an opportunity.
Yep.
Indiana, another team like we mentioned there. UCLA at Maryland, at Penn State, at Wisconsin, at Purdue.
You said UCLA, Maryland, Penn State, and who?
Wisconsin and Purdue.
Give me BYU. What they got?
Let me pull them up here. It takes me a second here.
So Indiana, Ohio State, one of them going to knock each other out from the undefeated ranks.
So BYU's got at Iowa State. That'd be a good one. That will be this week. And then at Texas Tech. TCU, at Cincinnati, and at UCF.
BYU won't finish undefeated.
No.
No.
A tough backload.
That's a
schedule
tough. Yes,
there,
it
yeah.
is. Yes, it is.
And
I'm going to say 3.
Let's go to Navy.
yeah, I got to find Navy's schedule.
I'm going to say 3.
Top 25, so I got to find them.
I say that let's get Texas A&M. I want to see their schedule.
Navy's got Florida Atlantic, at North Texas, at Notre Dame, South Florida, at Memphis, and Army. So that's not happening.
Notre Dame, that ain't happening.
I think either North Texas and Notre Dame could
North
beat them.
Texas ain't going to beat them, bro.
They're pretty good.
Slap yourself.
They're good.
Notre
Did
Dame
you
will
say
get them.
Texas
but North
A&M was the other one?
Yeah.
Texas A&M's got at LSU, at Missouri, South Carolina, the old the Samford game, of course, a big rivalry. No, I'm just kidding. And then at Texas.
Yeah, you may be right. They may not finish
That's
undefeated.
3 road top 25 teams.
Yeah, they may not be. That's a tough schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ohio State, Indiana, but Ohio State, Indiana are 1 and 2 now. They're probably going to stay number 1 and 2 though, as we look through their
until they meet in the Big Ten championship.
Yeah. Or let's not forget, Ohio State does have Michigan. That's the
Where's it at?
That's always a problem.
Where's
for
it
at? This year it is in the Big House at Michigan.
Oh, and then Michigan went into Ohio State and beat them in the shoe last year, right?
Yeah.
I don't think Michigan has enough guns to hang with them this year. I think that defensive hire, Patricia, Ohio State is the difference. He's got them boys playing now. He's got them playing, so I think
he's going to get a fat raise after this season.
Patricia?
Yeah.
He's going to go back to the NFL.
Yeah. It could be. I mean, up there in Ohio State, like Nick Saban for years had to rotate all his assistant coaches. Ohio State might be the new situation there. They did that this past week. New offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator this past year. Excuse me.
That offensive coordinator kicking himself in the butt. Now he went to Penn State.
Yeah.
Defensive coordinator. Yeah.
All right, fellas, let's go to break. And when we come back, I got the 11 best hires the 11 best jobs out here right now because there's 11 job open.
Well, they're all the best jobs because they're open.
No, they're ranked. So we're gonna talk about the ranked ones from 1 to 11. 93.7 the ticket. We'll be right back.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Salt Mine City is your go-to brewery in the Haymarket for craft beers and great food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their Big Fatty 7-ounce hamburger or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. And don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday at 8th and R.
Time for a new heating and cooling system? Get the options, brand, and efficiency that best fits your family and your home. Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years. Are you tired of living in pain? At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, they make it simple. From head to toe, spine to extremities, they've got you covered. Their multi-specialty team of experts in orthopedic surgery, plastic surgery, podiatry, physical therapy, and occupational therapy all work under one roof to get you back to living life pain-free. Don't wait another day. Visit prairie-ortho.com today or call them at 402-489-4700. Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
This is your year, where your team takes it all the way. Win way more than bragging rights at Warhorse Casino, where your love of the game could put $1 million in your pocket. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with prizes all season long. Weekly cash prizes up to $1,000 cash, season-long leaderboards, and a chance to win $1 million. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Big news, Nebraska! Love Omaha is now Love Nebraska. This is more than just a new name. It's a tribute to what Nebraska represents in the world of volleyball. It's still the same team with the same mission, led by players you know and love. Now backed by a new ownership group led by Jordan Larson. As Love Nebraska, they're entering an exciting new chapter, pushing for a championship title in 2026 and building new opportunities for the next generation of players across the state. They want you with them. Let's show the world how Nebraska plays volleyball. Join the movement at lovneb.com and sign up to become a Love Nebraska Insider today.
The party is back on in Lincoln this fall, and there's no party like the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the whole ticket crew for 2.5 hours of pregame coverage before every home and away game this football season as they get you ready for the game. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at our downtown studio at 11th and O. Sponsored by Select Plumbing, Raising Cane's, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Currency, and the Kindler Hotel.
Comfort food, but make it vegan. At Rutabagas, they're serving all your crave-worthy classics. Mac and cheese, loaded nachos, Philly cheesesteaks, all 100% plant-powered and 100% delicious. Catch them at their cozy spot at 70th and Vine, or find their food truck rolling through the streets of Lincoln. So whether you're vegan, veg curious, or just hungry for comfort food with a twist, Rutabagas has a plate waiting for you. Find them on Instagram for their food truck location and specials. Rutabagas, where comfort meets compassion.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. Okay, Bock, go ahead.
Yes, it is time for the Cash Blitz keyword, the IBA $1,000 cash contest keyword. In fact, text the word I give to you into 508-777-1000 or head to our website, theticketfm.com, and click on Cash Blitz to enter. Give you a second to pull out your phone or head to the website.
All right, Bob.
I still gotta get the keyword.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
My
today's
bad.
keyword. I was giving him a second to pull out their phone. All right, today's keyword on Bock and the Blackshirt. Make sure I got my days correct. It is Kenny Wilhite Tuesday here. Today's keyword is putt. That's spelled P-U-T-T, putt, to 508-777-1000. Remember, every keyword you enter is another chance to win. One lucky listener will take home $1,000 tomorrow around noon. Don't wait. Get that keyword in now. Putt to 508-777-1000. P-U-T-T to 508-777-1000. We'll still have Cash Blitz keywords throughout the week here on Bock and the Blackshirt, as well as some of our other programming here on 93.7 The Ticket. Next chance to get a keyword today will be on Old School.
All right, Bock. Let's look at the 11 football openers. That's opening. We're gonna try to rank them all right now. So let's see right here. Kent State fired their coach. I don't know who their coach was, Bock. Get me that part.
Yeah, I can look into that.
Oh, they fired Kenny Barnes.
Yep.
Okay.
For issue. So he got fired before the season even started, Bock. So he got fired for issuing around a loan from a booster, and he used the use of a school credit card. So Kent State, I'm trying to look at the NIL money.
They ain't got no NIL money.
Yeah, that's not a good. That's good for a up and coming coach who's trying to land a better job. But when you talk about the part of how the job rank, it ranks last right now.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Well, I mean, the other, we're talking about Penn State and UCLA and Florida, and some of these other ones are pretty high.
We're gonna get there. But UAB fired Trent Difford, 9-12 season, 9-21 record, including 15-0 in road games. So they got a new stadium, new football building, good location. It's behind the American Conference. Still, money wise, I don't up for an up and coming coach.
Nope.
Colorado State. Good job. Didn't the head coach used to be here, Bob?
Yeah, Jay Norvell was offensive coordinator for a while.
Okay. He probably made less than he probably paid $1.9 million was his salary and 40,000 fans. So
I was surprised he was let go too. He was 8-5 last year, but they got off to a 2-5 start this year. So.
18-26 overall.
Yeah.
All right. Oregon State had another Nebraska guy.
There you go. Yeah.
Didn't stay long. The good news is Oregon State has facilities and a decent NIL support.
Well, I think their AD has said something to the fact that they're going to give more support to the football budget and NIL stuff. So yeah, Trent stayed there because I'm sure he had the option of going with Jonathan Smith to Michigan State, but he played at Oregon State, decided to stay there and got the head coaching job, and things just didn't work out for him.
The good news then is with him being relieved now, Danny Langsdorff is the offensive coordinator over there at Oregon State. I think Mike Kavanaugh's still on staff.
No, so Cav was at Oregon last year,
and
then went back to Oregon State this summer.
That was a bad idea.
There's a bad idea for my boy. I call him Big Slim. And then there was a guy I worked in the recruiting office named Mike Gundy. Not Mike Gundy. Oh Lord, Ryan Gunderson. He was at San Jose State. He went to UCLA with Chip, and then he went back home to Oregon State because he played quarterback at Oregon State. So he was the OC. He got demoted. Now Danny's the play caller.
All right, the next was Stanford. Not doing so good in the ACC. Andrew Luck is their general manager. He says he will let the next coach run the program the way they want.
Well, if you look at Stanford last weekend, Andrew Luck's on the sideline like he's one of the coaches. I ain't never seen a general manager interact with the players like he was interacting with them.
Well, they don't have a coach right now.
Well, they do. Frank Wright is their coach.
He's
Frank,
not. Yeah,
it's weird that he's the interim coach that they just decided this year he'd be their interim coach.
Yeah, I mean, so for him to say that the head coach is going to do what? He's going to have his hands in it. I'm willing to bet you that.
Well, yeah, the school needs a coach who can do more with less.
Well, Frank Reich just beat Florida State.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And they beat Florida State. So.
Yeah.
All right, next one, Virginia Tech. Good job. I think that's a great job, but at the same time, I like their school. Good intro, good crowd.
Oh, yeah.
One of the best intros in college football. Hasn't played in the AC Championships game since 2016. Money could be a problem.
Brent Pry was 16-24, 10-13 in the ACC.
Yeah,
that ain't getting it done.
Yeah, it's sad. I do like that program. They just haven't really been much of a factor here as of late.
All right, Oklahoma State. Mike Gundy. All I can say, been there for years.
Been there for years. He's one of the few head coaches that have been at their program for as long as he was.
18 consecutive bowl games until last season.
Yeah, last season was, and if you look at it after last season, they wanted to let him go, but decided on bringing him back. And he took a contract, he took a pay cut and all that. And then this year just didn't start the way it wanted to. And so they decided to pull the trigger on him.
Yeah, the Cowboys' financial investment must increase. However, the school's leadership has spent some of the years on somewhat shaky ground. So they need to spend more money there. Bock?
Well, they lost 6 straight right now, 1-6. So it hasn't gotten any better since firing Mike Gundy. They got Texas Tech coming up here this week. So I don't know if it's going to get a whole lot better. But that's an interesting job because of how bad it is here at the end of Mike Gundy's regime, but how good it was for the majority of it. Usually say you don't want to follow the legend. In Oklahoma State circles, he's kind of the legend. So we'll see what they can do, but they don't feel, I don't know, it's the Big 12. So, you're not facing any big giant brands in that conference that are going to have a chokehold of the conference for a long time. Feel like they could get back into it rather quickly.
All right, UCLA.
There it is.
UCLA's been doing a good job. Tim Skipper is the man who's involved in helping get this team back started. What's Rick Neuheiser's son? He's on that team.
He's the
OC. And I think Tim Skipper should get the job. If he goes, they won 3 in a row so far.
Yeah.
If he can win 3 more, I think he can get that job.
So you're saying this is a dress rehearsal?
Dress rehearsal. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it'd be great for him to.
You're talking about a school who's got a deficit over 200,000.
200 million, you mean?
200 million over the last 5 years.
In LA?
Yeah.
How can you have a deficit? Wow.
Well, yeah, have you seen their stadium? Have you seen how many people be at the game? Bock.
I've gone to a UCLA game as
Bock,
well.
you went to there? You been there?
Yeah, Bock was a part of that jury heist they had.
Yeah, I saw Dion when he went there. I was one of those guys sneaking in the locker room stealing some stuff.
What the heck? Oh,
I wasn't really, but
all right. Next one.
But I want to hold off. That is a really interesting job because and they've got Indiana this week. If they beat Indiana, you're right, Skipper might get that job. But how much of that is...
Man, you say if they beat Indiana, if it was the 5th Bock, you know what we'd be. They ain't going to beat it. Where they playing that at?
It's in Indiana.
They ain't got a chance.
But it's big noon kickoff. So,
yeah, Indiana going to... Yeah.
But I'm saying, you wonder how much of that is how good of a job is Tim Skipper doing along with Jerry Neuheisel there, and how much of it was just a poor job, I guess, done by Deshaun Foster. It's hard to tell. So if you're UCLA, even if you're blown away by what Tim Skipper does, you might have to wonder, could you maybe go out there and get a better hire? Now, at the same time, I wouldn't overthink it, right? If they really do have a strong end to the season, continuity can help, and you've already got something in your pocket, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, number 3, Arkansas. Big money down there in Arkansas.
Walmart.
Big money.
Walmart money, that's right.
Gonna be whoever gets this job gonna still have to face an uphill battle because you're in the SEC. But Sam Pittman, he's a better offensive line coach than he is a head coach to me. Maybe we should give him a holler. Try to
break timeout. 32-34, 14-29 in the SEC. That is not getting it done.
Well, he's a better offensive line coach than he is a
that could be true. But yeah,
he came from the University of Georgia. He was the offensive line coach there, hired as the head coach.
Yeah, he's struggled since he got there. So
there seems to be a lot of potential there. It's tough for me to tell what is the expectation at Arkansas. The last time that they've won, Sam Pittman did win 9 in 2021. Before that, the last time they won double digits was back when Petrino won in 2011.
Ooh, if I told you the story about Petrino in that year.
Oh, I already know about him. when he
that
left,
motorcycle,
when he ran away from the Falcons overnight.
That motorcycle.
yeah, he's a runner. Florida, number 2. Record over the last 5 years, 28-30. $1.8 billion estimate valuation, 12th among Power Fours. They got money down there. They got talent down there.
Yeah.
They just have to get the right coach in there.
Napier, 22-23, 12-16 in the SEC. You won't get to stay around long.
That's the question about Florida too, and maybe it's a little bit less pressure because so many coaches have failed there. This is the second time they'll be having 3 coaches on the payroll. They just kind of go through coaches pretty quickly. Billy Napier has had 3 seasons. Dan Mullen had 4 before him. Jim McElwain had 3 before him. Will Muschamp had 4 before him. All of this kind of chasing the glory of Urban Meyer. But even if you look at those guys, I think McElwain, Muschamp, and Mullen all won the SEC East at one point in time. But as soon as things start to go awry, they'll run you out of Florida. Now, Billy Napier can have an opposite reaction or opposite type of flow to his deal there. Obviously, did not start off very well. 6-7 and 5-7 his first couple of years. So maybe that expectations has changed a little bit. But I'd always say that about Florida is you can. I mean, Jim McElwain went 10-4, 9-4. As soon as he struggled, he's out. Dan Mullen 10-3, 11-2, 8-4 struggles, he's out. So that's a tough job to take if you're looking for long-term security. Anyway.
All right, number 1 job ranking, Penn State. This Penn State, they got it all, Bock. They have money, facilities, support, and success. Or recently,
104,
success.
104-45, 64-36 in the Big Ten.
Yeah,
that's a winning record.
Yeah, you're not going to find too many coaches who can go in and do what he did. This man brought this program back from death. To me, I mean, when you look at what Penn State was going through. The Bill O'Brien part of it wasn't that great, but
I will give Bill O'Brien credit because he did initially deal with
the
initial.
He had to deal with the initial.
Yeah. And he was so successful there. People don't overlook it. He was so successful there. He got an NFL job out of it. So it was the record wasn't as impressive, but it was a pretty good tenure for him.
Yeah, I mean, this is the guy like James Franklin. He demanded more facilities and money. Whoever could take this job gonna have a lot of a lot of voices in their ear. On trying to get this university back to the top. On trying to beat Ohio State. Trying to beat. It's gonna be probably have to be a revenge tour for them next year. Whoever's gonna be the head coach.
Well, but that's part of the problem too. When you look at this, obviously, it's not just the job expectations. I mean, James Franklin was a top 10, 15 coach, in the nation and was let go. So there's that. The other part of it is this is a pretty veteran, senior-led team. They're going to lose a lot of these guys. So the expectation is still going to be sky high and to beat all these top teams. And they're going to be rebuilding to a degree. Now, I get it. They've got a lot of talent there and all that. But, Drew Aller, Katron Allen, Singleton, all the big names that we were barking about coming into the season are going to be gone next year.
Yeah, I mean, but it's just like like right here. I mean, we got to look past this Penn State talk. I mean, these kids got to play a football game. Now, Penn State got to find a coach. It's a lot of great coaches out there. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's a lot, and I can say this honest. There's a lot of great coaches out there better than Matt Rule. When you look at this Penn State job, I mean, you still got guys like John Gruden who's waiting to jump into college football. You got a guy who probably won't come out of retirement in Urban Meyer, but you still got young coaches. You got the
Nick Saban. His wife already said they having fun doing what they're doing.
Yeah. So he's having fun on college game day anyway. So it's gonna take probably if I had to say Penn State.
Do you go back to Bill O'Brien?
No.
He's struggling that.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch him right now.
Yeah, I would touch him with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah. Florida State could come up, and by the way, too, which could be among the top jobs here.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be
interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting during the offseason.
Interesting December and January.
Oh yeah. 93.7 the ticket. Bock in the black shirt. Last segment coming up. Kenny Wilhite Tuesday is in effect.
This is your year, where your team takes it all the way. Win way more than bragging rights at Warhorse Casino, where your love of the game could put $1 million in your pocket. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with prizes all season long. Weekly cash prizes up to $1,000 cash, season-long leaderboards, and a chance to win $1 million. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Salt Mine City is your go-to brewery in the Haymarket for craft beers and great food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their Big Fatty 7-ounce hamburger or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. And don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday at 8th and R.
Are you tired of living in pain? At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, they make it simple. From head to toe, spine to extremities, they've got you covered. Their multi-specialty team of experts in orthopedic surgery, plastic surgery, podiatry, physical therapy, and occupational therapy all work under one roof to get you back to living life pain-free. Don't wait another day. Visit prairie-ortho.com today or call them at 402-489-4700. Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see lots of sunshine and it will be breezy. An afternoon high around 62. Tonight, clear skies and the light winds, the low around 36. And tomorrow, areas of frost in the morning, otherwise plenty of sunshine with a light breeze. High near 66. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between, we'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2. Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now through October 26th, enjoy USDA Choice 8-ounce New York strip steaks for $6.98 each. USDA Choice Tri-Tip Roast, $8.99 per pound. And from Thursday through Saturday, enjoy a 3-day sale on all natural chicken breasts, $1.99 per pound. Buy 4, get 4 free on seasoned pork patties and all natural pork butt, $1.88 per pound. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Get geared up for savings like you've never seen before during Elway Days. Their biggest sale of the year runs October 14th through the 18th, when every red tag machine is priced at invoice plus $300. That's it. No freight, no setup, no extra fees. Don't miss out on these epic savings. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered all under one roof with a large selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, motorcycles, and personal watercraft at their 27th and I-80 location.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt on air and online at theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket. I'm Kenny Wilhite. Tuesday, Kenny. We got the results in from last week. Bob.
That's right. And it was a big week for you, Kenny, because if you went under 500, Terrell was going to boot you from our picks, I guess. But overall, through the week, it was interesting. You made it out with a 6-4 record, Kenny. Vandy came through for you. Georgia Tech, Michigan, Ole Miss, Bama, and Missouri, all correct picks on your side. That was good enough to tie Terrell for the best record this week. Terrell also 6-4 on the day. Unfortunately, myself and the text line did not do so well. Didn't even hit 500. Both 4 and 6 on the day. So, yeah, congratulations. You've made it another week past the Terrell cuts.
Yeah. But he told me he was going to give me a pass. Said even if I went 5-5 or whatever, I'd be all right. Because it's my first week, bro.
Yeah, you're 2 games over 500.
2 games over 500. That's a winning record. Right?
Yeah. Text line had all the boast and brag they can have. I said, yeah.
You changed your pick. I told you. Your pick.
I should be winning right about now.
Yeah, you had that Lee Corso moment.
Done it.
Not so fast, my friend. And then you choked it off.
Yeah. Well, I'm still tied for the league. Bill and Bennett says with a smooth of voice as Kenny has, I got to know if he ever led the locker room in the Husker prayer.
Oh, no. I was one that I didn't like to be out there in front of the team like that. I was lead by example kind of guy. So no, I didn't get to lead it. But I tell you what, a lot of people don't know the story behind that. But one of my teammates started in 91.
Oh, really?
Who started that?
Tyrone Leggett and Vernon Powell.
Okay.
How'd they come up with the words?
It was from I forgot where they got it from, but they presented it to Jack Stark, who was the team psychologist. Of course, Farley probably met with him a couple of times.
Yep,
so
sure did.
Yep. Jack Stark, and then he took it to T.O. They tweaked it a little bit, and 91 is when it started.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And the tunnel walk didn't start till
95, 4 or 5, 94 or 5. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we just walked out of the stadium ready to play. We weren't ready about all that.
Yeah, I mean,
we didn't need all that.
A lot of people like to. I don't like to come out first.
No, I never.
I'm the last guy probably to come out the locker room because I need. It's just the way I like to introduce myself.
Yeah, I didn't like to be out front. I didn't like to. The only thing that I tried to do again was lead by example because that was just me. Especially in the drills, I could run all day. I can do all that stuff. But I never wanted to be out front because that just wasn't my mentality. But when that ball was snapped, now it was a whole different story now. So, but again, I never led the Husker prayer. But I tell you what, when we said it, we meant it. So it wasn't commercialized as it is now.
All right, NBA basketball starts tonight, man. First game tonight is at 6:30 on NBC. You got the Houston Rockets versus the OKC Thunder.
Ring night for them. Do they get a win?
Yeah.
Kevin Durant's in Houston now.
Yeah, he's in Houston. That's probably on the way.
It's a tall lineup that Houston's thrown out there, by the way. Tallest opening day lineup in NBA history. 4 of their 5 starters are 6'11".
Damn.
And their point guard, Eamon Thompson, is 6'7".
Their point guard is 6'7"?
Yeah, and the rest of them are 6'11".
Good Lord.
Have you watched the Netflix series?
No.
With Kevin Durant and them on it? Kevin Durant, Jaylen Brown?
I don't watch documentaries.
So I just, Lord,
I don't.
So I just started that it's interesting. Him and James Harden started at OKC together, and the bond and the friendship that they have, and they went their separate ways by way of the owner. But Kevin Durant, man, to watch him, he's very graceful to be 6'11", 6'10", 6'11". So that's going to be an interesting matchup. I don't know if OKC with the rings, or there's going to be too much pressure for them to get this win. I don't know if Houston has enough talent. They fought hard in the playoffs last year, but I don't know if they have enough talent to match OKC. But that's going to be a fun game to watch. But I'm interested in the one behind that.
Oh, my Lakers in 5 team. Lakers in 5.
Going home. Going fishing.
Lakers going. Golden State goes tonight against the LA Lakers. LeBron will not play in this game. Soft is
yep.
He's injured to start the year.
What'd you say, Bob?
Said he's injured to start the year. He'll get in. I think they say mid-November is about when the LeBron should return.
Yeah. So go.
But the Lakers added some pieces to the puzzle now, though. It's going to be interesting to see how they do this year.
Not much, but
you don't think so?
A little bit.
Let's a little bit.
Nebraska tight end Luke Lindenmeyer says he's inspired by Rocco Spindler, the Huskers right guard, who was back at practice on Tuesday after he underwent surgery on Sunday. Lindenmeyer said the bone was sticking out of Spindler's finger last Friday.
Oh.
He was hospitalized in Minnesota for the injury that occurred in the first quarter. Lindenmeyer says it makes me want to play hard.
I mean, rules said it's going to be pain tolerance for him and see what he can do. I'm sure they're going to have to cast him up. So it's going to be hard as an offensive lineman. You have to use your hands. So I'm sure it's going to be hard for him to maybe sustain blocks, if not maintain a block or use his punch. So we'll see how it affects him.
All right. Anything else, Bock, you got?
No, just going to play the NBA and NBC theme song here because that's what it's on tonight. The return of NBA on NBC, one of the best theme songs of all time.
Chef Curry.
You got a team, Kenny? You got an NBA team?
No, I just like players.
Okay, yeah.
I always root for the underdog. Steph Curry was always told he was too small. He wasn't going to be strong enough. He wasn't fast enough to play in the NBA. But as you can see, he's defied all odds. So it's my guy.
All right. $650 to total cost to watch every NBA game this season. So Bock is going to need a little loan from one of us because he's a big basketball
I go
fan.
I go to at least 3 games every year.
Do you really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. At least 3. One time, I'm going to give you this story real quick. I drove out to Denver, went to the Nuggets game. And next morning, I woke up about 3 in the morning, drove to Kansas City and went to the Kansas City Chiefs game. Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, yeah.
That's quite a bit of driving.
Oh, yeah. Drove out to Denver, went to the game. Then the next morning, I left Denver about 3 in the morning, and you made it to a Chiefs game by noon.
Yeah. I seen him in Colorado one night, and then later on that day, I seen him in somewhere else.
Yep, that's it. That was that weekend.
He's a traveling man. All right, we thank you for listening to Bock in the Black Shirt with our special edition of Kenny Wilhite Tuesday here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic